Welcome to version 1.0.4. This is the latest build that I'm showing you right now. A lot's changed since the last time I released a build. Now we've got some intro art, and we also have, thanks to Pat, we now have a bunch of awesome art in the level. And the gameplay itself has changed. Before we sort of had a checkpoint, three different shots per checkpoint, and you move on to the next checkpoint. Now it's more of an arcade style of shooting. I wanted to keep the free-flowing, constantly swiping the finger type of approach, but still have your shots being difficult, and you still have to kind of think about them. So right now, there's 3 different positions. You saw I'm moving out to the second one, and I wait there for a couple seconds, constantly shooting the whole time. A couple seconds later, then you move to the next one. So let's wait for the timer to go. Now we advance to the next shot. So now you go ahead and start shooting again, and you try and get as many shots as possible while you're moving, you're shooting, etc. To prevent the user from just spamming balls all the time, if you look in the bottom right corner, there is a counter. Every time you make a shot, I think you get a ball, and I think it's like every 2 seconds you get another ball. All those values can be tweaked. And every new checkpoint you get, I think right now it's 10 balls. So you can't just spam them, you sort of have to think about it. If you use all of them in the beginning of the checkpoint, then you lose on your opportunity to make easy shots. At the top right, we've got the score. There's also a little FPS counter right now for debugging. And let's see what else has changed. Now you constantly get a set amount of time per checkpoint. There's no longer this notion of saving your time for the next area, and it's now just purely an arcade layout. While before it was more of a 3 shots per checkpoint. You only get a set number of shots. It was a lot more slower paced. So this is the idea to keep it fast paced, very quick, easy to do, and not much thinking involved, just kind of just going right at it. Some things that are left are, we need to tweak the level some more. As you can see here, there's sort of an open background in the back. So just tweaking each shot, making sure they feel right. And some other things we need to add in are whether or not when you hit people, what do they do? Does it some ideas are, if you hit like a UIC student, you lose balls. If you hit like a UIC opponent or one of our rivals per se, then you can gain points, or trying to figure out some sort of way to create positive and negative feedback based on what you're hitting. And you can see here we've got the hoop moving now on a kayaker, and the goal is to try and knock it in. This one's kind of a quite difficult shot. And then once you run out of time, right now 50 points is sort of the win-lose idea, but really the only point of the winner or lose is just depending on what video we're going to display. We'll sort of have a going with a grade layout, I believe, A through F. A, B, and C would probably show this animation saying, hey, good job, you passed. And then right here, we would probably freeze in the last frame and then show this. I wouldn't have that sky there or any of that text. It'd probably just freeze in that last frame, stamp down a grade. And then if you fail, if you get less than 50, it'd probably be a D or an F depending on what it is, and then stamp down a D or an F, and you have to retry. And then depending on if you pass, you would then advance on to the next level whenever we develop those. So right now it's just the 1 level. All right, that's it for now.